How's it going? Welcome back to another day here in StarRupture. In the last video, we got our first production line up and running, started working for the corporations, and got some unlocks for the terminal in there. So overall, not too bad. We are learning as we go. Now for the base itself, we kind of moved it over here out of the way. That way it's close to the base core, but got still plenty of room here to expand. Now these can be stacked, and you can also set them next to each other and have a walkway go in between. So plenty of room in there for your base. Now we learned about some of the combat as well. And there's a small little destroyed base back there on the ridge. Did some exploring, found that, and then the infested spiders found us. It was not safe, dude. All we had for defense was the mining laser, which does work, but it's definitely not optimal for doing combat. So we got, I think, the pistol unlocked. Pistol or the rifle unlocked at the end of the last video in there. We need to grab that, get it sorted out, kind of see how it works. We need to start up a new production line going for some of the court missions. That way it can kind of run in the background. And the main focus for the day is to build another core. So down over here, we got a calcium deposit right down there. And we need that for our third resource for doing some of our missions. Now we got the titanium set up here, the wolfram ore, and I'm hoping to get the calcium kind of set up and then piped all the way down here. I want to make this our main base to where the final production site is for all of our stuff. Kind of funnel it all in here if we can. Now for the base core, not exactly sure how it works with multiples. We tried building some of the extractors for the calcium over there, and it said we're out of range. So we should be able to build one down there. The thing I'm kind of curious about is if we got to have everything in range of the base core, how do we get resources from down there up to here? Right? Maybe the drone lines don't require the base core for building? I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see. So, let's look at these. See what jobs we have available. And get another one running. Unsent items will be returned to inventory. Oh, that's probably from the last mission. Overproduced them. Absolutely. So in here, we're currently level 2 on everything. And that one's going to be level 3. 6,400 on the points to unlock that one. So for these, does that require both of these? Oh, choose. So can we choose one or the other? That's going to be 5 points for each one. And that's going to be 1 point for each one. So we got a new item, right, for building? Oh, got the regeneration chamber too. Need to set that up for a respawn point inside the base. But for the fabricator, set it here just for testing at the moment. So in here we've got buildings don't have enough power. Maybe because it's set out over here. Titanium rod. We got the wolfram wire and then the calcium sheets. So that we're kind of working on. We need the blocks set down there for requirements. And the blocks should come from the smelter, which we need to unlock still. Right here. Now for that, we found out in the last video we need 1,000 of them, I think, to unlock in the research terminal. Not there. Here. 1,000 of them. And that'll unlock the calcium block. So can we insert these that we have? Oh, you can. So you can kind of put what you have in here as you build up to them and then unlock it all at once. Well, that's kind of neat, man. Fabricator has a ton of stuff too. I mean, quite a bit of stuff. Requires some of the research points plus the raw items. We'll work on those later. Let's kind of focus on one thing at a time. Because otherwise, I will get very confused. So for this, it's going to be one of the bars to make one wire. So over there, it's a 1-to-1 ratio for the bars, or a 5-to-1 for the points for the wire. So it definitely makes sense to build these instead. Now with this, I'm trying to read this stuff over here. I don't know what this means. The time's going to be 4 seconds to make each one. I don't know what this means. Maybe that's how many of the raw resource? Well, no, it says down here required items is 1. I'm not sure. Let's set up production for this and kind of run it that way. That way we're not using so much of the raw materials and don't need more extractors. We'll just smelt down the raw ore and then use the bars. So, what we'll do, pick this up. 1, let's check our power situation real quick. So we need to build some more. We've only got 20 available for the grid itself. What we need to do as well is see what the rewards are. That's just the first one that we clicked on. That's going to be for the titanium. Ooh, that'd be 2 different things. Can't do this one because of the blocks. We're working on that today. So we can actually do all of them but the Moon Corp. We'll kind of go inside first and see what we want to do for rewards, and then pick which one we want to do. Let's sort out the power first, though. Because regardless, we need the power. So what we'll do, set up maybe 3 or 4 more. Now these are 10 for each one, right? And that is not in line with the other ones. Let's do one more row out this way, too. We'll set up quite a few, so we don't have any power issues while we're doing our stuff today. Make life a little bit easier, you know? And there's some upgraded ones later on. And I'm not sure how much more it gives you, but it'll help out. Alright, so we got 100 more. That should be good, I think, for today. We are connected right there with that one, so that'll kind of work out. Alright, so let's check in here first, and then we'll work on getting the fabricator put into the rotation. It's going to be fun. It's going to be interesting, and probably kind of frustrating. So, oh, that's a pistol. So this unlocks the pistol and pistol ammo. Oh, there's the pistol ammo recipe in the basic item printer. Well, that's kind of nice, man. I was wondering where the ammo was in the last video.
You've just unlocked the UPP-7. We hope it will help you better deal with the planet's dangers.
I guess I'll need to learn to use this. In the future, you might consider adding basic weapons training.
Right?
Arcadia 7 still has some surprises left in store for you.
I don't like surprises. We definitely need the weapons training, though. So, what do we have in here? I need to make some of these, though, while we're here. That's for building today. And then pistol ammo. Well, that's just made with the basic building material. With this. Well, that's super cheap, dude. We got some that we looted from the rubble over there at that base. And here's the other stuff, too. Titanium rod. Super expensive. Calcium powder. No idea what that is yet. And wolfram powder. Okay. That's the other building parts. I like how, unlike this one, it requires a lower tier to build it. Same with this. Requires a basic tier. Plus other stuff as well. It's kind of neat, man. Gives you a reason to make all the starting stuff again, right? Everything has a use. So, reload. Let's go outside, where it's somewhat safe. Okay. A little bit of kick to it. Interesting. We got 168 on the ammo. Okay. Put that away for later. So, corporations. So this one's going to be med tool plus a limb station. Not too worried about that at the moment. Probably should be. Stomach is rumbling. Guess we need some lunch. Inventory upgrades. And furnace. That's a ton of stuff there to unlock. That's going to be the weapons stuff here. We got grenades and the upgrade station. Kind of curious about that, not going to lie. That's a limb thing. Oh, wind turbine. We were just talking about power. So the solar panels are 10, right? That's 200. That is crazy, dude. That's a level 5, though. What? What's the current recipe for? Anyways, so maybe we'll work towards that today. That's going to be for the Moon Energy Corp. And then we've got... oh, the storage depot. Definitely need that one. Now we got points up here to level up, but I kind of want to save those because right now all the stuff we need is low level. Is that what we need for this? Okay, that's what the current recipe is. If it is, yeah, we can't do the calcium yet. Okay, so it says on the side there what you need. That's kind of neat, man. So we'll work on this one first, and that'll give us a storage depot. That'll be for like our buffer system while we're building. Let's work on that. So, clever robotics. think that said it's going to be the Wolfram wire as well, right? Absolutely. All right, so for this, choose. I wonder, can we do the same mission, but do one as raw and one as the wire? I guess so, right? Let's keep them both the same for right now. And then what we need to do... Let's look at this for a second. So I want to keep it, since some things still require the smelted. I want to leave it to where the smelted will go still straight into those, but also add in the fabricator. Where was the fabricator? Right here. So what we should be able to do...
I need water.
Oh, dude, you're hungry. Get this sorted out. I can't stand him crying all the time. A little bit of food. How much do we need? One more?
Ah, tasty.
All right. Not that. Put it away. Now calm down, Junior. All right, so... if we have that set up here, right? And then we build a drone line to connect it. That setup now should allow the smelted ores to still go down the line and then still break off to this if it calls for it, right? First part done. Next part is connecting this and that into these. Now we got one slot left over here. Can we go underneath the current rail? Of course not. I mean, you could. It's not stable. But we could do it here, right? We're not going to leave it like this. I just want to test. Okay, that will work. All right, so let's set it up properly. Or does it look like a mess? The spaghetti is going to be... it's going to be bad, dude. I can see it already. Now, just remember, my brain doesn't work like normal people's, okay? So it might not be optimal, but I can always get it to work. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. Be gentle in the comments. So, if we set this up right here, we want to do it in front of this one. One there. This to this side. This to the middle. This one in here. That one in there. Are we running? Or not? What's broke? Didn't select the recipe. Okay. Take a detour. It changed into wire. Okay, one for each way. There we go. Fantastic, man. Super simple for the moment. Now for these, since we're doing the 5-to-1, that should go, I mean, fairly fast, faster than the 1-to-1. Now you gotta remember too, though, that will produce very fast. It gets slowed down in here, and slowed down even more for the production as you go up in tier, right? So that kind of works out because we'll always have a backlog of the raw resource. Versus if we were doing just the smelted one and had 2 of those running, the smelters, we need more of the extractors. So it kind of makes sense to process everything down as much as possible before the final product. Saves on all the throughput, know what I mean? So that should be set there. Alright, so let's work on the other base core. Now I want to see something too. How far can we build away from that? Right there. Oh, there's a line. Oh, it goes all the way around. Okay. So you can see the border. I wish there was a way in the tower to turn that on. So you could actually see. So actually, it's not too far, or it's not too bad for a radius on that, for the base core. Okay, So down here, we'll double check and see if there's any more resources around the calcium before we set up the base core. We can kind of put it in the middle. Now, there's two different ways we could do this, right? When we have the base core down, and we have the extractors, one, we can just take all the raw resource, shuttle it back to base, set up a smelter plus a fabricator for the calcium itself, dedicated to that. Then whenever the launch pad calls for it, it'll have it there. The other option is to set up the extractor down here, the smelter and fabricator, and have all that piped into one line. And then whenever the platform calls for it, it'll kind of just make the trek itself from down here. That way all of this up here is clean, and down here has all the stuff. The problem with that is, with this long line, if we only need, say, 500 of the calcium blocks, right, from the smelter, and it travels from down here, once that gets what it needs, you're going to have all that stuff in the middle on the line that's not needed. Versus, if we do it just the extractors down here, that'll all be raw resource going down here to our smelter that's closer to this. That might be the best bet. Let's do that. Let's do that. Should make life a little bit easier, I think. In the long run. So, base core. Actually, let's check up here too. That's a pretty long range. Oh, we got some of the titanium there. Wolfram over there. Let's look up top. I hate to build it down here and have another resource sitting right on top of here and us not stretch it out. It's super simple to move it while there's nothing else built. It's kind of harder later on when you have other items, I think. And nothing. Absolutely nothing. Some more of the hearts, right? For building the base cores. Okay, so let's do this. Let's put it off to the side down here. And then how many of the extractors can we set up? Oh, we got one right here. 2. 3. We've got 3 spots. 4 spots, okay. I don't think we need that many. So let's do... Oh, we need the base core first. That's right. Let's just put it right down here. Can we do it in the water? Let's do it over the water. That way if we decide to move the smelting and fabricator down here, we got all this flat area for that. Then extractors. 1 here. 1 there. How many do we want? 1 should be fine. Right? Let's do 3. And I'll show you the reason why. So, with this, we have 4 spots, 4 connectors. If we do 3 of the extractors, 1 can go here, 1 here, 1 here. Main line going all the way to the base. If it works that way. Right? Now for power, we could set up some of its own power down here, or let it kind of just go through the rail system and keep all of our power at base. That's kind of what I want to do. Let's plan for that. So we'll set up this one here. This will be our main launch points. Kind of goes that way. It's fine. Let's just do it right here where it's somewhat flat-ish. Raise it up to go over the rock. And then what we want is rail lines. And then 1 over here as well. Okay. So that's all 3 connected. And then we should, I'm guessing, how far can we go with 1 set of track? Too long. Okay. It didn't say anything about a base core. It just said it's too long. We're probably still in range of that one, though. Too long. So drop you there. See how far we actually get. Too long. Drop you there. So yeah, I'm guessing that we can actually just drag these everywhere without the base cores. Which, I mean, again, makes sense, right? You need to get your stuff from one side of the map to the other. We need to kind of curve down here where the base is, too. And double back. Is that too long? Let's go up a little bit, too. I like it, dude. I like it. Alright, so one more here. I don't want to get too close to the base. And then we'll curve in and set up our production for that. So, what we need, smelter. Let's do it right here. And then we'll do a fabricator. It's not in line. Leave some space. A little bit of space. So what we'll do is a splitter. Probably right... I want it in line. Let's do one there. And we'll do one here. Okay, so reason for that is we want this to come in, leave room for buffer later on. This will run into there, right? This one will be raw resource in case we need that for the... We have that set up for raw? We don't. Do we ever need raw resource for this? Probably not. So let's scrap that one. That'll run into here. Let's move this. We want this to go into here. One into there. Let's build another one of these here. Connect you. Connect you. We'll build another one of these over here. Two more. Two more? Yeah, two more. Let's do this. Move this around some. It's gonna be messy, okay? Telling you now, it's gonna be messy. But it'll work. Colliding, okay, not a big deal. Alright, so first things first, let's check on power, okay? See where we're at in life. That should run power all the way down to the extractors, which should be running. And don't forget to start all this off. We need 1,000 of the raw resource so that we can unlock the smelter to be able to smelt. And then we're kind of set after that. I don't know if you can see it, but the machine is turning down here. All these are lit up, so we do got power. Okay, so that should be working. Let's double check. Now these will hold 100 each. And I'll kind of just pull out of their inventories until we get to 1,000. There we go. That's running, and that's running. Okay, so the extractors are set up. And what we'll check on, once it gets done... That was so loud in my headphones. Oh, destroyed the machines. I just built these. Where's he at? Stop it, dude. Stop it. You right? You good? Do you have a health bar? Infection. Okay? Shield broke. We're fine, we're fine. Do you have a health bar? You don't. Okay. We good? Was it only the 2? I got a new pistol. I want to use it.
Reloading.
Yep. I think we're fine. Alright, so, anyways. What it should do is push all of the raw resource down here. Hit the smelter. And with the branches that we have, we got room for these smelted items. Just the blocks to go into the launch pad. Or, if the mission calls for it, it'll make up the sheets in the fabricator from the smelter and still go to the launch pad. I think. Potentially. We'll see, we'll see. I see right here. It'll divert this way. Hit that. Everything has to be smelted regardless. And branch off one of 2 ways here. Either to the launch pads or to the fabricator. Into the launch pads. Okay. So what we need to do, check our food. Let's grab some more real quick. I need to sit down there and wait for 900 more of the calcium. And we can unlock it in here for the blocks. Right there. So how's progress on... We're almost done. Holy crap, dude. That is super fast. Okay, grab some lunch.
Let's see.
I should be able to use it from the inventory in here. I'm just saying. We got to figure out about food as well. Is that... We have recipes for food? Oh, we do right here. Okay, so that could be calories, heals, and toxicity. So I need to grab all the plants and save them for this. Okay, I'll have to read all this off camera and figure out what we want to work with. Everything gains toxicity. For the most part, right? And does that go down over time? We found some of the items that remove it, these guys. But it also removes any positive effects. Maybe over time the toxicity will go down. We'll save food for a different point in time, but we definitely got to work on it here eventually. We'll check on something too. How is our base core doing? I don't understand the core stuff too much. So 1,000 on the heat level. We could upgrade the cooling capacity by our 2,500. With some of these that we're using for research. Some of the ceramics, some helium, and the hearts. We don't know what this is yet. And that is very high on the helium. So each core needs that stuff to upgrade, right? Interesting. That's right, that's the shutdown level. Okay. Let this stuff run. That'll be done. I'm going to sit down here and grab our stuff. And then when we come back, we'll build our regen chamber.
Order completed.
There we go.
Clever Robotics cares about you, and so they have another reward waiting for you in the terminal. They also ask that you keep an eye out for old model drones lost on Arcadia. They might contain useful items.
So drones, how do we turn those in if we find them? Just in the normal terminal? I want to grab this stuff from down here so it actually runs. We'll check out the storage silo real quick. Build 1 or 2 of those. And then hopefully we'll have all the stuff down here for the calcium. So 3 runs of these, and we'll have enough. Versus kind of doing it all by hand, which takes forever. That's why I want some of the storage down here to run into that. So if we need some of the raw stuff, we can go to the storage and grab it out. I think it said it holds 400 of each.
Oh, yes.
There's 200. There's 300. Alright, a few more minutes and that'll all be done. And we can actually unlock the blocks. So I don't know if there's a hive. Oh, there's one up there. But the blue guys keep coming over and exploding right by the extractors. Is my aim that far off? Maybe it's too far away? There we go. We need some of the turrets that you can build later on. Yep, I see you, man. I see you. To keep these guys away. And I wonder, do they require bullets or just use power? Probably requires ammo, right? I mean, it would make sense, really. Not sure if they constantly respawn or how many explosions it takes to destroy the extractors. I mean, they're not expensive, but they're not cheap at the same time. Take some of those, please, and thank you. Store them for later. Oh, there's a ton of them. Okay. Need that for our crafting later on anyways. So, we are almost done. We got 2, 4, we got 600. And these are done. Nice, man, nice. That's all that we need for the raw stuff. Give me these. And give me these. Now that will fill up again until it's 100. But we'll set up one of the silos up here to store 400 more for us. Again, that way it's all at base and easy to grab if we want it. Do we need you?
That's
we
a
do.
snack. Acquired.
I wonder if these respawn over time. Maybe, maybe not. Save that for our food stuff. Might do that.
Detecting increased Rupture activity.
No!
Prepare for a wave.
Okay. Let's get back to base. What we might need to do as well is at our base cores, set up a small little shelter plus the airlock to get inside. Definitely want to have a door there. And that way we're safe for the heat waves if we're not right by base. Like, one away is definitely close enough to run back, but it'd be easier to have the shelter down there. I mean, they're super simple to make, very cheap. Grab these. I want to see if they respawn. And while we're heading inside, let's grab the rest of this stuff. Alright, cool. Can these get set up for another one while we're waiting? Let's do this one. And let it run. Need another one of the fabricators. One for the titanium stuff. Might set it up. It needs to be over there. Let's get inside before something happens. I don't want to be caught outside in it. Terrifying thing. Alright, so in here, put the gun away. All this stuff. And that'll be for the calcium blocks. Is it done? There we go, man. So we should have it out here, right? We okay? Never stare directly at the sun. It's gonna be right here. Ten seconds. That should be coming up from down there. I can't see the drones yet. Let's get inside. We'll build our respawn point while we're in here. Maybe just over here?
Eruption has started.
Let's go upstairs and watch the light show first. Oh, there goes all of our stuff, man. Destroyed. It's awesome. It's terrifying. That's pretty cool. Happens quite often. Happened in between videos, too, when I was doing my thumbnail. And the thing is, we need to go out there. Hello? As soon as it's done, to collect some more of these. So let's build this. Where is respawn?
Your printing point has been updated. When you happen to die, I will send your mind here, and this is where your sleeve will be printed.
Okay.
When?
Apologies, if you happen to die.
Oh, you can change. Interesting. Okay. That's kind of weird. Anyways. Inventory is looking good. Let's drop off the food. Save that for research later. Is that all that we had? I guess so, right? We got some more of this as well. We don't need that. Extra stuff. We need to make some more of our building blocks. Okay, so. Can we go outside yet?
Planetary temperature returning to normal.
I think we're good. All the heat on these. Buildings have overheated. Okay, that's what it is. So, I'm going to run around, collect as much of this as I can. And I'll see you back in a few minutes, and we'll work on getting the calcium up and going, get our other jobs going, and build some of the silos. Not too bad of a day, man. Not too bad of a day at all. I mean, so far. It's always time for that to change. Alright, so kind of went around the whole radius where we have explored, and not doing too bad on the resource. Got 64 of them now, and got some more of the stuff here for the building blocks. Let's make some more. We'll kind of take a look at the calcium stuff. Let's just do max. There we go, man. Alright, so. Oh, in here. We've got the research done. Claim. Nice, dude. Nice. So that's going to be plates for this one and wire. We definitely need more of the fabricators. Okay, not a big deal. So for the smelter, there's the blocks. Oh, fantastic, man. So this will get made into sheets, right? Do we need sheets or blocks for that one mission? The Moon Corp. Let's do sheets. 15 per versus 4 on the blocks. So this and that. Set this for that. And there we go. Fantastic, man. Not too bad at all. Alright, so what we want to do...
I'm getting
The
better and
Rupture
better.
is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
Okay. Let's build storage. So it looks like... Is there 4 slots for the drones? There is. I tell you what, man. The music's playing again. Let me pause it here. When the music's done and we're fully regenerated, we'll come back, take a look, and see about the storage silos. Kind of interested in these. See how they kind of work.
7 has finished regenerating.
Alright. So we are back to normal. So for these guys... The one silo. Got 4 ports for drone lines, okay. So that's everything that it'll hold, right? Oh, you have to select what you want. Okay. So we want some of the calcium in here. Or if we want some of the calcium, select that. And it'll all come into here. Then we got 4 ports for it to split off to. Now, why is it not going in there now? Probably because it's calling for it on the smelter first. Okay, priority. So if we did high here, and say we did low here, should that not pull it over to the storage silo first? I mean, honestly, the best thing to do with the storage silos is this. Remove you. Right? Remove this. Build the silo in the middle. What's the dinging sound? Oh, this. Oh, you're fine, Junior. You're fine, buddy. Calm down, man. Calm down. You'll be alright. Put the rail into here. And then put this into there. Right? Calcium. Drop that off. What do I do to fix you? Are you okay? I don't know what to do to fix that. Pick it up?
Bravo! Future Health Solutions is happy with your work. New rewards have been unlocked.
Just remove this altogether.
Click the terminal to assign them. Future Health Solutions for modern problems.
What's going on? Okay. You can just pick it up. That's it for calcium. Why is it getting stuck with this? I don't understand the hold up. Give me a minute. Let me play with this. Figure out what's wrong. And I'll tell you how I fixed it. Alright, so status update. It turns out it's not the silo that broke everything. It's if you got the drones on a line, like we do, and you alter the line, it breaks them. Now I tried to relog as well, and that really broke everything. So what I did was removed all of the line, right, all the way down to the actual extractor, picked them up, reran them, and that's currently where we're at now. So don't forget, it is early access. I mean, that's part of it, right? Mass people playing the game to find bugs, report them, get them fixed. As long as they fix it, then all is good, right? So easiest thing to do is if you got drones on the line, don't touch the line. Wait until your job's done, and then you can pick it up, change it around, stuff like that. It kind of worries me with the long stretches because that's a lot of stuff to pick up. But for in here, that's kind of why I want the small buffer to take the raw resource and throw it into there instead of filling up our storage on the inside with it. Moment of truth. Will it go through this into the smelter? This might need to fill up first. It is filling up, so I mean that part's working. And don't forget it only stores 4 stacks. Oh, that's full. That's full. Are we done? That's full. Did I break the whole thing? Oh no, it's going. We have a backlog here. We're at 5,200 already on this. That's not too bad, dude. Not too bad at all. Again, definitely worth it to smelt down into the higher tier. Make life easier. So this one is done. Okay.
I can use this.
There's some wire. Let's double check and see what we have unlocked. I forget what that one was. Ah, med tool. So used to heal yourself or other players. Charged by killing vermin. Very nice way to charge it. Taking damage and collecting plants. Mid tool will be automatically equipped once claimed.
You know that feeling when you accidentally get hit by a car? Jumping out of a helicopter didn't go according to plan? Or maybe you were bored playing with a gun and you shot your kneecap.
Why?
Those problems are over. You don't need a new expensive sleeve anymore. Future Health Solutions introduces the Med Tool. It will heal any wound in seconds. Future Health Solutions for modern problems.
Okay.
So it's just medicine to heal wounds. A good device.
We're hungry. Let's grab some food. We've been busy, man. We've been busy. All right, use that. So, where are we at in life? So that's almost done. That's going to be titanium sheets and titanium rod. Okay. Need to set up another one of these smelters. We could change it one over. Not smelter, but the fabricator. Now, wait a minute. We don't have the sheets ready yet, right? Just the rods? Just the rods. So what do we need for the titanium sheets? Have to unlock it. Fabricator. So we need 200 of these and 600 of the bars. Okay. See, this is where we need some of the buffer set up over here. Let's do that now. Or should we do it now? We need more room. This core is right in the way, dude. It needs to be moved. What I might do in between videos is rerun all this stuff. Is set it up properly and probably... Do we have more room back here? Not really. So what we might do... Do we have another place over here? I think right there for the ore extractor, right? We do. Maybe move this one right here. Get that one out of the way. We'll set up the smelting like we did for the calcium, where it's got its own smelter plus its own fabricator. Do it over here for this. Set up the buffer system. Have one set of buffers for storage silos. One for the raw. One for the smelted. And one for the blocks. And then over here, That'll leave room to change this one over to the same thing. Then all we have to do is pipe that one into the same place over here. But the smelter will be down there. So it won't be too hard. We'll change all that around. Again, save that for a new video. This is kind of going on for a long time. And I don't want to break stuff. What we'll do is wait for this one to finish. It's almost there. And that'll be done. That way we got all 3 of the things set up properly. Right? All 3 of the resources. And they're all set up on their own production lines. Should make life easier. Should. Doesn't mean that it will. Almost done. One more set.
Congratulations.
Let's grab this stuff.
The Moon Energy Corporation is grateful for your shipment. Another reward is waiting for you in the terminal. I'd like to point out how clean the energy is that's produced by Moon Energy devices.
So with that, how did that know when to stop? Right? For the line? Does it calculate on the game engine down here when it knows that something like the job's done and that's going to be full? Because that was full of the drones. I like it. I like how it's not full. Because now you can do the work on the lines if you need to remove stuff and move it around. Again, that's why I want the buffer system. So that if we're not working with calcium and we need some for some reason, we can come up here, grab it out, and we're done. Now that should start up the machines down here, right? It is. I don't know if you can see it running, but that is pumping out some of the drones down there. That's going to be 100 it'll spit out to fill up the silo. I do like that a lot, man. That way the lines aren't totally full all the time. Interesting. Ah, dude. Well, not too bad of a day, man. We had some issues, but we got them worked out. The factory is growing out here. I do want to do some remodeling. We might do it on camera or off camera. I'll do some off. Maybe do the final parts on camera tomorrow and get it sorted out with the titanium. Have a dedicated setup for that, as well as the wolfram. I might end up moving the base core or at least the habitat to give us some more room. I like it though, man. I like it. Complex, but simple at the same time. We need to work on the food as well. Try to get that sorted out. We got the pistol, so that should be a little bit of protection for us against some of the spiders. However, we are going to go ahead and leave this one here. Hope you enjoyed the video. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.